All right, let's talk about something we all go through. And let's be real, it can be super frustrating. Forgetting things. Like, why does it happen? What is actually going on in our brains when a thought just poof disappears? Oh, you know this feeling, right? You walk into a room with a mission, a clear purpose, and then blank. Nothing. And if you're thinking, oh no, my brain's broken, just stop. It's not. This is a totally normal and actually pretty important part of how our memory is supposed to work. Okay, so to really get a grip on this, we've got to throw out an old idea that most of us have about memory. Instead of a perfect filing system, I want you to picture something else. Think of your brain as a really, really messy desk. We have this idea that our memory is like a perfect computer hard drive, right? Every little thing is filed away perfectly, ready to be pulled up in an instant. Yeah, that's not it. Not even close. The reality is this: a messy desk. The super important stuff might be right on top, but a lot of other things, they get buried under new piles of paper. And some just get tossed right in the trash. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. Information isn't just sitting there waiting. It's getting moved around all the time. Things get misplaced, covered up, or tossed out. It's a constantly moving, kind of chaotic system. So, how does this whole messy desk thing play out in the short term? I'm talking about those thoughts that vanish almost as soon as you have them. Turns out there are two main culprits for this. First up, we've got something called trace decay. Think of it like a Post-it note on that messy desk, but the glue is kind of cheap. When you first stick it on, it holds, but if you don't pay attention to it, if you don't reinforce it, that glue just gives out and the note flutters away. It's the classic use it or lose it situation. And the other big reason is something called displacement. See, that desktop, it's only so big. There's limited space. So when someone tells you a new phone number, it's like they're plopping a brand new, heavy stack of papers right on top of the old one. So that old number didn't just fade away. No, it got physically shoved aside to make room for the new. Okay, but what about the big stuff? The memories you know are in there somewhere, the ones that have been around for years. Forgetting those is a little different. It's not so much about things falling off the desk, it's more about being unable to find them in all that clutter. One of the main problems here is called interference, and this password thing is a perfect and probably very relatable example. They're just so similar. Your brain is trying to find one, but the other one is so close it keeps getting in the way. They're literally interfering with each other. And then there's maybe the most common one, retrieval failure. Now, this is a big one. The most important thing to get here is that the memory is not gone. It is still on the desk somewhere. The problem is that the road to get to it is blocked for a second. You know that piece of paper is there, but it's hiding under a coffee cup or something, and you just can't see it right this second. And yup, this is that feeling, that maddening, it's on the tip of my tongue moment where you can almost taste the word, but you just can't spit it out. That's not your memory failing. It's just your brain's search engine having a little hiccup. So, this whole process isn't just happening in a vacuum inside our skulls. The way we actually live has a huge effect on how well we can keep that desk organized and find what we need. Let's talk about some of memory's worst enemies. These four right here, they're the big ones. Poor sleep? Well, sleep is when your brain is supposed to be doing its nightly filing. If you don't sleep, the papers just stay in a messy pile. Stress is like a fire alarm blaring in the office all day long. How are you supposed to get any organizing done with that racket? And yeah, aging and not eating right, that's like letting the filing cabinet get rusty and the ink on the labels fade. It just makes everything harder. So, after hearing all that, you might be thinking, wow, my memory is just designed to fail. But I want to finish up by completely flipping that idea around, because forgetting isn't a bug, it's a feature. So the next time you blank on a name or find yourself standing in the kitchen with no idea why, just remember this: it's not a glitch. No, it's actually an active and really important process. Your brain is basically the cleaning crew for that messy desk. It's constantly working to sweep away the unimportant clutter so you can actually find what matters. In a weird way, forgetting is what makes remembering truly possible. Think about it. If you remembered everything, every single boring, painful, or trivial moment, it wouldn't be a superpower. It would be a nightmare. The ability to let go, to prioritize, to move on, that's what keeps us sane. It's what keeps us human. And so I'll leave you with this final thought. Instead of stressing out about what you forget, maybe the better question is this: in all the beautiful chaos of your life, what is your brain doing a great job of letting go of?